This is a video that'll help you to learn how to use the Blackboard Collaborate tool to enter what's called a room, an online shared space in which people in different locations can share their computer screens with each other and also share applications and either use a chat box or talking. Basically, it allows people who are not in the same place to work together as if they were in the same office looking at the same computer. And being an online-oriented course, this seems appropriate, besides the fact that I think it'll be a very useful tool. The first thing to do is to connect or find the link. So on the Blackboard page for the course, if you go to Content, and this great big purple thing you can't miss, something called a room for this course. If you click on it, it will shortly turn into this, which is the default space, and I'll explain the tools that are available in here. This right now is my logo. I haven't installed a picture or anything else for myself. Explaining what the buttons and indications are, it tells me who I'm viewing or who I am, and I'm a moderator, which means I have enhanced privileges, which anybody who logs into this room will have enhanced privileges. It allows two-way sharing. The other important buttons are this one, which allows me to share my microphone, and many laptops or computers have a built-in microphone. You can also get a very inexpensive microphone to plug into the jack in a computer, the microphone jack, and the one I'm using right now cost about $6, and that was probably a rip-off, but it works just fine. I'll mute that right. I'm going to mute that right now. Just so in case anybody ends up listening in while I'm making this video. There's also a share video button, but I do not have a webcam, and fewer people do, and it doesn't work very well. The refresh is extremely slow, so you don't really need to see my face. If there are more than two people perhaps, or a small group in the room, or if one of the people is not paying attention, there's a button which basically alerts other people in the room that somebody wants to have some participation by, I think it sends a beep to everybody and sets a symbol such as that one. Another item that's useful is the chat window, and it is possible to use this chat window. It's like messaging, and this seems to work fine as well. Don't have to worry about voice, and somebody who can type fast can communicate quite effectively through the chat window. This is a list of all the participants. It is only me right now. I can actually minimize the chat window. And one other thing that I can do, which is very useful, is not that, it's this. Share content. And it is possible for me to share things such as, let's see here, a file. If I perhaps go to my desktop and just look for something to show, I can bring up a file such as this, and this will be shared. I can share that with everybody now, and it's a graph, so it's a kind of an interesting scientific thing that a high correlation doesn't necessarily mean that there's a cause and effect. But I'm sharing this now, and anybody who's in the room would be able to view this. I can say stop sharing, and an even more useful thing to share is an application. I can ask it to share the current Google Earth instance. And I'm working on this on my screen, but it is also being broadcast to everybody else who happens to be in the room. So if I were had my microphone turned on, I could talk and drag this around and show you whatever I want to show you, and show you a zoom and click and explain the tools while you're able to watch my screen and hear my voice. And if you have voice set up, you can talk back to me as well, and that works smoothly. There's usually not a lot of problem with like walkie-talkies where you have to say over and change control. You can talk back and forth or use a chat window. And the last thing that's also useful, besides sharing an application, is sometimes I forget slightly which window I'm in and what I'm looking at and who I'm sharing. It does take a little bit of experience. I can also share just about my entire screen. Actually, I can show my entire screen, and it does look kind of funny for me to be looking at this, because and it may be the same for you, because I'm looking at my screen and my screen is looking at my screen, and it kind of has that often to infinity look. But if, for instance, I wanted to demonstrate something in Blackboard, and I would change to one of my other tabs, that is useful. So so that's the extent of it. And the best way to deal is to and Jeff has just signed in already while I'm in the middle of the video, and I'll see what he wants. See if I can manage this highly interactive means of doing things. So I'll stop sharing my my video now, and or stop the video and get to Jeff and see what he has to say.